Hello everyone, I am CA Sonali and today we are covering all the basics of journal entry, every rules that is golden rules of accounting and how to record the journal entry because we all know that in accounting we need to record first the journal entries, that is when transaction happen there is a first step in accounting, that is journal entry. Actually very basic. Without journal entry we cannot proceed further for doing accounting or for preparation of our financial statement. So as we already know, for in the accounting there is a accounting process, there is a first thing is a recording of journal entry. So there is a three types of things which is more important, or I can say without these three you cannot proceed further to make the financial statement. That is, first, when your transaction happen you need to record the journal entry first, and today we are learning how to record the journal entry. After recording journal entry we learn how to post the ledger, that is how to make the ledgers or how to post this journal entries. And third step is trial balance. Trial balance is basically we need to check when whether there is any error in journal entry or recording ledger posting. If there is any error in journal entry or ledger posting, our trial balance will not get tallied. So this, after this all three steps, we can say that now we are ready, or we are all prepared to further proceed for our financial statement. So now for recording journal entry there is some rules of accounting, that is golden rules of accounting. So as per the golden rules of accounting there are three types of accounts, that is, first is a personal account, second is a real account, and third is a nominal account. Here it is a personal account, second is a real account, and third is a nominal account. So by using rules, by using these rules, or by using this accounts rule, I can say we need to record the journal entry. So first we need to learn what all these rules are. इस रूल में क्या क्या चीज़ें हैं, ये रूल में क्या डेबिट होता है क्या क्रेडिट होता है. बेसिकली यू विल आस्क व्हाट इज द डेबिट एंड व्हाट इज द क्रेडिट. बेटा डेबिट एंड क्रेडिट इज नथिंग बट इट इज अ rules that is available, or according to that we need to record the journal entries. There is no logic of debit and credit. As we all know, there is a T-shape account. Just a minute, let me draw. As we all know, there is a T-shape account. So this is called as account, this T-shape. So this side will be called as a debit side and this side will be called as a credit side. There is a no rule, no regulation of this. This is debit and this is a credit. And it is a universal kind of principle. If you go any country, anywhere, this side will be debit side in accounting and this side will be credit side in accounting. So I hope you understood that debit and credit, and this T-shaped format is called as account. That is, I will write here salary account. This is salary account. So this is what this is rules. There is no logic in this rule. So let's proceed further. For recording journal entries, we'll learn first now what are these rules, that is what are this account and what are rules of this account. Now as I already told you, there is a three types of account, that is personal account, real account and nominal account. And in personal account there is a further three types, that is natural person, artificial person and representative person. Now one by one I will explain you all what these accounts are and what all rules are of this account. Now first there is a personal account. Okay, this is a personal account. Personal account. So personal account is what? So I will say personal account is applicable to all person, that is artificial person and representative person. You would say what will be the persons like मैं, I am the person, you are, who are the natural person. Natural persons पे लगता है, that is artificial person and representative person. Now in person there are three categories of person. I would say personal account is basically applicable to all kind of person, all persons. You'll ask which type of person, so I would say three types of persons are here. So first is natural person. Natural person. So you'll say who is natural person? Beta, you, me, like Mukesh ji Ambani. Just a minute. Okay, Mukesh ji Ambani, or I can say Ram Sham, who all are living person, like who can read, write, or who can able to understand anything, like a you and me. Now there is another category is artificial person, who all are artificial person. So according to the law or legally, who have given a title of the person, like any company, any organization, sole proprietorship firm, this all have given a title of legally they have given a title of person. Like I'll say like Reliance Industries. Reliance Industries. Now Reliance Industries have given a title of the person. Reliance Industries cannot able to talk, but yes, still according to the law or according to the legally, they are categorized as a person. Now, and third is a representative person. Now we'll say who will be representative person. So I would say now if Reliance Industries want to attend any meeting, can they able to attend any meeting? Not at all, because they are not at all not able to go anywhere. So on behalf of Reliance, I would write here, on behalf of Reliance, if I attend any meeting, then I would be categorized as a representative person of the Reliance Industries. So the first account is a personal account, and in personal account all thing is related to person only. All types of personal account persons are covered, that is a natural person, artificial person and representative person. Now what would be the rule of this personal account? As we know, according to rule, journal entries has been recorded. The rule of personal account is debit the receiver, credit the giver. So debit all the receiver who is going to receive anything, we need to debit them, and credit the giver means whenever we are giving anyone, we credit it. So I hope you able to understand what personal account is, what is the rule of the personal account. This rule you need to learn, you need to revise it daily, and according to this rule you need to record the journal entries. So I already discussed here, personal account rule is debit the receiver, credit the giver. This rule is applicable to person, artificial person and representative person, or any legal person. Now these persons like Aman, Ram and Sons, Happy Store, bank account also categorized as a person. Outstanding salary is related to person. Prepaid expenses, this all is categorized as a personal account, and rule of the personal account is debit the receiver, credit the giver. I hope you able to understand this. Now second account is a real account. Now we'll see here what is a real account. So real account relates to asset, all the tangible, I will say tangible and intangible asset of the company. Now I will say what will be the intangible? Intangible asset like a goodwill, patent, copyright, trademark. and tangible asset like a plant and machinery, furniture, fixtures, or any kind of asset. Now, what is the rule of the real account? So real accounts rule will be debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Whatever coming will do it a debit in a journal entry, whatever going will do credit in the journal entry. So as I already told, this rule is applicable to all asset of the business, all type of asset like a cash, land and building, plant and machinery, furniture and fixtures, trademark. This rule is applicable to all asset and the rule is debit what comes in, जो भी आएगा debit, जो भी जाएगा credit. So this rule of the real account is debit what comes in, and credit what goes out. And it is applicable to all asset of the business. Suppose this is a balance sheet, this side is a asset side and this side is a liability side. So here all type of asset, cash, furniture, like a building, plant and machinery, this all asset, on this all asset the rule will be applicable is real account rule, and real account rule is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So now last rule is nominal account. So what is the nominal account? So nominal account, just a minute. Nominal account will be, it relates to all expenses, losses, expenses, losses, income and gain. So this rule will be applicable on all expenses of the business, all losses of the business, all income of the business, all gains of the business. So expenses, like you have paid salary, it will be categorized as a nominal account. If you paid rent, it will be categorized as a nominal account. If you made advertisement expenses, it all will be categorized as a nominal account. You have made a sale, it will be categorized as a nominal account. If you have occurred losses in the business or if you have made a gain in the business, it all will be categorized in the nominal account. So here we see nominal account, this rule is applicable to all expenses, income and losses and profit. So what type of, like a salary, wages, purchase, sales, commission received, this all will be categorized, or I can say all expenses, income, losses, gains, all will be categorized as a nominal account. And what will be the rule of the nominal account? The rule of the nominal account is all expenses and losses will be debited and all income and profits will be credited. Now I'll give little example how all expenses and losses will be debited. Now I'll write here paid a salary to employees rupees 20,000. Now what two types of accounts are affected here? One is a salary. We have learning through double entry system. Further I will tell you what is the double entry system. So two accounts are affected here. One is a salary account that we paid to employee. If we paid salary, our cash balance will be reduced. So cash or bank. So I will write here cash. So this is what nominal account is, and this is what real account is, because it's a cash is a asset. So what will be the journal entry according to the rule? So according to the nominal account, debit all expenses and losses. So we'll debit salary account. Salary account will do debit, that is rupees 20,000. And what will be the rule of the real account? Real account rule will be credit what goes out. So from our business cash is going, and the cash is a real account, so credit what goes out, so we'll do credit as a cash, so to cash account, so 20,000. So I hope you able to understand very easiest manner or very little bit what golden rules of accounting and how we are going to make journal entries. If your journal entries is not good, then you are not able to proceed further, because in every topic till final level of your accounts, or I would say till final level of your CA, you need to record journal entry in accounts everywhere. If you don't know journal entry, you cannot proceed further. So clear your concept first and then proceed further. So till now I have tell you what all golden rules of account. There are three types of account: real account, personal account and nominal account. I have tell you in personal account there is a three types of categories. One is a natural person, another is a artificial or I can say legal person, and third one is a representative person. And then real account is applicable to all asset of the business. The rule of real account is debit what comes in, credit out goes out. The personal account is applicable to person, artificial, natural, representative, and the rule of personal account is debit the receiver, credit the giver. And nominal account is applicable to all expenses and losses, or you can say all income and gains. And the rule of nominal account is debit all expenses and losses and credit all income and profit, or I can say gain. So I hope you able to clear what all golden rules of accounting, what all types of accounting. Now let's proceed further. In accounting, whenever we are recording transaction, we are following double entry system. Now what is the double entry system? I would say according to double entry system, every transaction have double effect. Let's take example. Here I am writing example. Purchased furniture of rupees 10,000. Now please tell me what all two accounts are here. Now imagine in your home you have purchased a cupboard. So if cupboards comes in your home, what will be goes out from your home? So you will say, if you purchase cupboard, ma'am, we made a payment to them. So now if I have purchased furniture, that is furniture, if furniture is coming in my home, then cash is going out from my home. Every entry, every transaction have double effect. So we are going to make accounting as per double entry, that is every debit have equal and opposite credit. I will explain you further how it is. Now I hope you able to understand that if we purchase furniture, there is a two transaction, or I would say there is a two things has been happened, that one is a furniture coming in your business and cash is going out from your business. So here if you give further if I give earlier reference, furniture is also categorized as a real account, that is asset, and cash is also categorized as a real account. So what would be the rule of the real account? What would be the rule of real account? Real account ka rule hai debit what comes in, credit what goes out. What is coming in your business, that is furniture is coming, and what is going, that is cash is going. So this is not at all related to this double entry concept, but yes, I already told you what all rules. So here I am explaining it in a short manner. Now what double entry system is? Double entry system says every debit has equal and opposite credit. Now here I am telling you. Let's take example. I would take example. Here is your mother. Who is she? She is your mother. Now here is a you. Here is a you. Okay, you are so happy, right? So here is a you. Now what happened now? Your mother gave you 500 rupees. So 500 has been given by your mother, that is minus from your mother's money. Where it will be plus? it will be plus in your account. So if your mother given you 500, there is a 500 increase. If your mother's cash balance is decreasing by 500, your cash balance will be increasing by 500. That is what I would say. Every debit has equal and opposite credit. If anything is debited from my account, definitely it will be credited by somebody's account. Now if I would say, here is this classes, so you have paid this fees to the classes, rupees 500. Now what will be the happen? This 500 will be deducted from your cash balance and it will be added in the classes cash balance. So I would here say every debit has equal and opposite credit. That कि आपके मम्मी के यहाँ से पैसा चला गया तो आपके यहाँ प्लस हुआ, आपके यहाँ से चला गया तो किसी और के यहाँ प्लस हुआ. So this is what double entry system is, and according to this double entry system only we are going to record each journal entry, each accounting transaction, because our accounting is completely as per double entry system. Now I would say double entry system of accounting is more than 500 years old. Here they have written that double entry system of accounting is more than 500 years old. Oh my god, 500 before. This Luca Pasolini have, who is an Italian, have incorporated this double entry system, and everyone from the world, in every country, I would say almost every country, every transaction of accounting is recorded as per the double entry system. So this Luca Pasolini have the, I would say, Janak of this double entry system. Now you'll ask, who is what happened in the India? It is not given in your syllabus, but yes, for your kind information, here I am telling you. In India also, as you know, as many of students you know, or if you don't know, let me tell you, there is a Chandragupta king, who is a king in India. In Chandragupta's kingdom, there is a person whose name is Kautilya, have also incorporated these books of account, or I would say accounting system in India. So if somebody asks who is the main founder or who is the Janak of this double entry system, you would answer Luca Pasolini. But in India, Chandragupta's kingdom, there is a Kautilya, who is a great economist, as you know, or if you Google it, you get answer. So he also incorporated this system, and in India, from that time, we are creating our books of account. In many movies, old time, you'll see there is a person who is a Munim ji and anything. So this is what double entry system. We are recording every transaction according to double entry system. Now we'll proceed further. So I would say there is a T-shape account. I already told you that there is a T-shape account, and this T-shape is called as account. This T-shape is called as account, and this side is called as debit side, this side is called as credit side. Now I will explain you one equation, and how it comes, that also I am telling you. Now this is what balance sheet is. As you know, balance sheet, what is a balance sheet? So this is what balance sheet is. Okay, and this side is called as liability side, and this side is called as asset side. Now in liability side, here comes capital, okay, and here all are liabilities. What will be the liabilities? Liabilities will be the like trade payable or anything. I will write here. Okay, here all our assets are here. Like assets means there is a cash balance, or I would say bank balance, there is a furniture, there is a building, there is a land and other assets. So what will be the balance? As we know, this account need to tally. So asset side is 1 lakh balance, liability side also should be 1 lakh. Now capital, out of this 1 lakh, capital is for 50,000 and other liabilities is for 50,000. Now by using this balance sheet, I will explain you this equation. Now what given over here is asset. Now this is asset. Asset is equal to liabilities plus capital. Let's write here. I will prove this. Asset is equal to liabilities plus capital. Now by using this balance sheet, we'll prove this. Okay. So how many liabilities are here? Okay, we have written over here 50,000. So please write here 50,000. How much capital in the business? There is a 50,000. So what will be the total of this? Total of this will be 1 lakh. Can it be proved? Yes, our asset is also 1 lakh. So I would further say asset की total is equal to liabilities plus capital. So I hope you will be agree all that now this equation is asset is equal to liabilities plus capital, or further I would say this equation में एक और type is the same. See, equation is same. We already know that asset equal to liability side, but just bifurcated it for solving some equation. Now asset minus liabilities is equal to capital is written over here. So let's see will what it will be proved or not. So here is a capital, what they have given, capital is equal to asset minus liabilities. Now what will be the asset in this balance sheet? So asset will be of rupees 1 lakh. So I will write over here. Where is my cursor? Right. Oh, where is my cursor? Okay. So asset will be 1 lakh. And how much liabilities is here? As we know, liabilities is for 50,000. Now please tell me 1 lakh minus 50,000 is it 50,000? Is this equation has been proved? Yes, because we already given here capital is equal to 50,000. I just wanted to tell you this is equation, or I would say there is only thing that asset is equal to liabilities, but to solve equations, to solve examples, we are given to creating this equation accordingly. Just you will say asset idhar gaya, liabilities idhar gaya. This is what all is. Okay. So I hope you able to understand that asset is equal to liabilities, and according to this balance sheet, I have proved this two equation which is given in your model. Now we already learned this equation. Now according to this equation, I will solve this question. By using this equation, we will solve this question. Please be focused. Now question is, first read out question is, Mr. Dravid, just a minute. Mr. Dravid has provided following details relates to his financial. Find out the missing detail. We need to find out all missing details from here. So what all thing is given? They have earned profit during the year 5,000. Okay. Asset at the beginning of the year we need to calculate. First thing we need to calculate asset at beginning. Okay. Just a minute. Beginning. Okay. Second thing we need to calculate, we'll see. Okay, asset at the beginning of the year we need to, liabilities at the beginning of the year they have given it as a 12,000. Okay, this rupee is in the thousand, so it will be like if this will be written like that, like here they already given 12,000 and further 000. 1 2 3. So how much it will be? It will be like a 1 crore 20 lakh. Okay, so I'll not write it is a 1 crore 20 lakh. I'll just take this and when solving this equation I'll write rupee in thousands. Okay, so please understand, just it is just for your to reduce it, to make it very simple. Okay, so liabilities as at beginning of the year is given as a 12,000. Now asset at the end of the year they have not given, so we need to calculate asset at the end of year. Okay, okay, next is liabilities at the end of the year. They have not given, this figure is also missing. We need to calculate. Third thing is liabilities at end of the year. At end of the year. Okay, next thing is closing capital. They have given 35,000 and total liabilities including capital. Okay, what they have given, total liabilities. Okay, total liabilities including capital. Okay, at the end of the year is 50,000. Now, I would say by using this equation, can we compute opening capital? Okay, yes, I can compute opening capital. To compute opening capital, I need to first tell out something. Okay, so if this is a balance sheet now, this is a balance sheet. This side is once you learn final account you got to know this equation perfectly, but just for reference or just for your understanding I am telling out here. Here is a capital. Okay, capital means owner's equity, and here is a profit and loss account, means whatever the profit happen in business, this will comes in this. So now business have given profit earned during the year. There is a 5,000 of profit earned during the year. Profit is rupees 5,000. Okay, now what happened now? And capital, what capital is given? Closing capital they have given. Okay, closing capital is rupees 35,000. Now as per the rules, what happened now, this profit and loss, or I say profit and loss, has been transferred to balance sheet. Now if entity have profit, they will transfer it here, that is they will include it in the capital. So they have given a capital. Now closing matlab whole year they have made a profit of rupees 5,000. So can this profit, this capital also include this profit? Yes, you would say yes, because all the profit and loss has been transferred to balance sheet and they have given a closing capital. So from this closing capital, if I minus this profit, that is 5,000, can I get opening capital? Yes, you can get opening capital. This is a very simple. So just for your purpose, I am writing here computation of the logic. I already explained you. Now I am here writing computation of what? Opening capital. Opening capital. So how much it is? Closing capital minus profits earned during the year. So closing capital is how much? They have given here 35,000. They have given here 35,000. So I'll write over here 35,000. And profit earns during the year, they have given over here. They have earned profit of rupees 5,000. So this is what 5,000. Now what will be the opening capital? Now opening capital would be 30,000. Now I have opening capital. So as we learn in above equation, asset is equal to, as we know, asset is equal to liabilities plus capital. We prove already. Let me show you. We already proved this. Asset is equal to liabilities plus capital. We already proved this equation by using, I already proved this by using this balance sheet. Now I will explain you over here also. So we already know asset is equal to liabilities plus capital. So which asset it is? It is a opening asset. Okay. So how much liabilities I have? I have opening of the year liabilities. Yes, I would like opening liabilities and opening capital. Okay, because we are calculating opening asset. Okay, so opening asset, for calculating opening asset, I have opening liabilities. It is a 12,000, and just now I have calculated opening capital rupees 30,000. So how much my opening liability, opening asset, so it will be rupees 42,000. So मुझे first का आंसर मिल गया. I'm writing over here that is 42,000. Now we'll calculate liabilities at end of the year. How much? Okay, liabilities at end of the year. So here they have given total liabilities including capital at the end of the year. So what to say, what are the liabilities? I wanted to calculate only liabilities. I don't want to calculate capital because we have already did here. I already told you by forgetting that here is a capital and here is a capital and here is a liabilities. So what I wanted to calculate right now, I wanted to calculate liabilities at the end of the year. So they have given me total liabilities including capital at the end of the year, and they also given me closing capital. Okay, so I'll write here total liabilities including capital minus closing capital, because what I wanted to calculate, I wanted to calculate closing liabilities, that is liabilities at the end of the year. So for that reason, total liabilities including capital at the end of the year, they have given over here 50,000. So I will write over here 50,000 minus closing capital. How much it is? It is a 35,000. So what will be the your liabilities at the end of the year? It is rupees 15,000. So please write over here liabilities at the end of the year is rupees 15,000. I hope you are able to understand how I am going with by using above equation. Now what left is asset at the end of the year. What the thing left is asset at end of the year. Okay, so as we already know, capital plus liabilities is equal to asset. We already proved over here. I already proved over here. Capital is equal to, or I'll say asset is equal to liabilities plus capital. In the first equation itself I have proved asset is equal to liabilities plus capital. So this is what we wanted to calculate the end of the year, that is closing capital. So we need closing asset, so we'll write here closing capital and closing liabilities. So how much would be my closing capital? Okay, so my closing capital would be 35,000. They already given me closing capital. So this 35,000 plus closing liabilities. I already have closing liabilities. I just calculated this closing liabilities. By using this closing liabilities, I will calculate asset at the end of the year, or I would say closing asset. So how much total? this would be rupees 50,000. So where is my asset at the end of the year? This is rupees 50,000. So I have calculated this all three by just using this equation. Here you need to apply your dimag. Just you need to think by using the balance sheet from where I can take liability, I can take asset, and how it will become. So first I have calculated this opening capital, and opening capital will be closing capital minus profit earned. I already proved this how it will become by using this balance sheet and profit and loss account, and I have calculated closing capital. Now for calculating of the asset, as we already know, liabilities plus capital is equal to asset. So they have not given us anything related to asset. So first I have calculated opening asset. So how I do calculated this opening asset? Opening liabilities plus opening capital. So they have given me liabilities at beginning of the year, that is rupees 12,000, and recently I have computed this opening capital. So this comes to be 42,000. Now we need further calculate the liabilities at the end of the year. So they have given over here that total liabilities at the end of the year. Answer in the question itself. They have already given me this total liabilities including capital, and they also given closing capital. So by just using these two things, I have calculated end of the year liabilities. And we already know, we already proved the equation that asset is equal to capital plus liabilities. Now I need closing assets. So I have did closing capital plus closing liabilities is equal to closing asset. Just prove these all things. I hope you able to understand this. Now let's move further for journal entries. Now it's a very simple journal entries. By using rules and regulation, you need to record this journal entries. Now for recording the journal entry, there is a format, and this format is for recording journal entry. So this is a 5-column format. So in this first column, if there is a serial number, then serial number, otherwise here is a date. This second column is called as particulars. This column is called as ledger folio number. There is a one number. This is rupee in debit. Already given you what debit and what credit is, and rupee in credit. So, and here you need to write in which books you are going to make journal entry. So here if you read the questions, they have given following are the transaction entered into by R के books में हो रही है. So we'll write here journal entries in the books of R for the year ending. If year ending is given, we need to write for the year ending. Okay, so here right. Okay, so the first thing is how to record journal entries. I will show here by taking very small examples. Now I started business with rupees 5,000. This is actually 50 lakh because rupee in 1000 is given. That if I write 1 2 3 and further 3 more 0, 1 2 3, this is 50 lakhs. So rupee they have given in 1000. We are also going to record as per the question. So before here we write rupee in thousands. Okay, so now what is the first transaction? On the 1st of April 2022, R started business with rupees 50 lakh, or I would say for your ease of these transactions or ease of your understanding, I would say R start business with rupees 5,000. Now as I already told you, we record every transaction according to journal entry. Now R started business by rupees 50 lakh. What two accounts are affected here? If R started business, capital is coming in our business. Owners, whatever owner is investing at start of the business, it will be considered as a capital. So if I started business, there is a one thing that is coming is capital. And as we all know, capital is our liability. Why? Because as we all know, business entity concept, there is a business entity concept, and according to that concept, business is a different and owner is a completely different. So we'll write here that capital is coming, and if owner give you something, if I give something rupees 500 to you, then it will be liability on you because you need to pay after some time to me. So this is what capital is. Even if owner is paying it, but still it is a liability for business. So this is a liability for business. And what is coming in my business? In my business, cash is coming, right? So cash, what it will be? Cash would be asset to my business. So whatever according to the real account, debit what comes in. So I would write here cash is coming in my business, so cash will be debited and capital would be credited. So journal entry would be 1st April 22, 1st April 2022. I would write over here that cash, cash or bank. I would write over here bank only or oblique cash also. Account debit, because debit what comes in, क्या आ रहा है business में, that is debit. So rupees 5,000, and but in which form? It is coming in the form of capital. So capital would be my liability. Credit what goes out is liability. 5,000. So what would be the narration? Narration would be being, what I will write is, are invested cash in the business. Okay, now second transaction. Just a minute. I'm just giving you a very basic journal entries, so you are able to understand how it will be recorded, what will be the format, and how it works. Now this is what we have done. Now second will be, just a minute, let me remove this first now. Okay, so second transaction is that he purchased furniture for rupees 12 lakh it is, but yes, 1200. R purchased a furniture for his business for rupees 1200. Now what all two accounts are affected here? As we know, we are recording double entry. Please tell me what are two accounts are here. First is furniture account. Okay, and second is if we purchase furniture, what will be the going out from our business? In your home also, if you purchase cupboard is coming, that then you are paying them a cash. Yes, so cash account, or I would say your bank account will be affected because it will be going out from my bank account. So what are these two? These two are real accounts. Debit what comes in, whatever coming in my business is debit, that is furniture is coming, so furniture I would debit, and credit what goes out, that is cash is going out from my business, so for cash is credited. So I would write here on the 2nd April 2022 that furniture account debit to, I would say, bank account. In oblique I am also writing cash account because they have not mentioned it clearly. How much it is? 1200, 1200. So what will be the narration? Narration will be being are purchased furniture for business. Okay, okay, so this is also done. Now Okay, next let's move to next transaction. Please ignore this. Okay, let's move to next transaction. This also done, this also done. Now paid salary to his clerk. What he did, he paid a salary to clerk. Now just let me raise this. I will explain you what will be the rule of nominal account. Nominal account is debit all expenses and losses. Salary is our, first we'll discuss according to journal entry, a double entry, sorry. So what two accounts are affected here? They have paid a salary to clerk. So one account is a salary account, that they paid a salary. Just a minute, I have taken a wrong pen, I think. Just a minute, let me take, I think this one is here. Okay, what two accounts are affected here? So one account is a salary account and another is a cash account. Because if I have paid something, if I given you a salary, then what is going out from my business? The cash is going out from my business. I have given rupees 3000 to my maid, so she have received a salary, but from my side my cash will be in the minus. So according to the nominal account, debit all expenses and losses. Salary comes under the nominal account and cash comes under the real account, because we all know real account comes, all the asset comes under the real account. So the rule will be, what will be the nominal accounts rule? That is debit all expenses and losses. So salary will be debited. And what will be the real account rule? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So salary is going out from our business, so we have credited the salary. So let's record this entry, that is on 3rd of April 2022. 3rd April 2022, that is salary account debit to cash oblique bank, to bank oblique cash account. I will write here, bank oblique cash account. How much it is? 1100. 1100. What I would write in the narration? Being salary paid to clerk. So I hope you able to understand that how to record journal entries by using the rules, that is nominal, personal and real account rule. So now let's move further. So this is also done. Now they have paid a rent. Okay, they paid rent means what? All two accounts are affected here. Just a minute, let me erase this. Okay, what two accounts are affected here? First is a rent account and second is which account? Please tell me. Second is which account? I would say second is cash account, because if I pay rent, take a personally, if you pay rent to your landlord, what happen? Landlord will be receive rent, but your cash balance will be deducting. That you are going to make your cash balance to be credited, because आपके cash, आपके account से पैसा जा रहा है. So if business is paying rent, then what happen? Landlord will receive rent, but from our cash balance, our cash will be deducting. So this rent is also comes under the expenses. Rent is also expenses and it comes under the nominal account. And rule of the nominal account is debit all expenses and losses. So we'll do debit this rent, and the cash is going out from your business. So real account rule will be debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So cash will be credited. So just the same entry like a salary. So we'll write over here, for, where it's my cursor, right, 4th April 2022, that rent account debit to bank account, or I would say cash account. How much it is? I have not seen how much it is. 1150. I would write over here 1150, 1150. Okay, what will be the narration? Narration will be being rent paid to landlord for which month? They have not mentioned any month. So if rent is prepaid, then we'll say here they have paid rent for the month of the April itself, or we'll write accordingly. Okay, so right now I am not writing any month or anything. So they have paid rent to the land, just for the sake of your knowledge. But if question comes like this, they'll give definitely which month's rent it will be. Now, and the last transaction is, because this is also done, and the last transaction is receive interest. Now what receive? They have received interest. So interest is also what? It is income to business. As we all know, interest is income to business. If you are receiving interest, if you are receiving interest from your bank, what happen? Your cash balance, or I would say your bank balance, will be increasing. Same in the balance, same in the business. If we receive interest, then it will increase our cash balance, and as we all know, interest is our income to business. So interest is comes under the nominal account. So what are two accounts are affected here? First is the interest account. Just a minute, I have not write it properly. Interest account, and second account is a cash account. Cash, or I would say bank account. Okay, how? Because we have received in cash or in a bank, whatever it is. So what will be the nominal accounts rule? It's an income. Debit all income and expenses. So interest will be debited, and cash is, as you know, real account. So what happen it is that, oh, so I had edit some mistake now. Just a minute, just a minute, just a minute, just a minute. So you have received interest, okay? So this cash is real account. Cash is coming in business. So what is the rule of real account? Debit what comes in. So cash will be debited and interest will be credited in our business according to the nominal account. So I'll write our entry here is 5th of April 2022. Where it is? There is my cursor. Okay, here it is. 5th April 2022. That is what coming in my business? Cash is coming in my business. Cash account debit to interest account. Sorry, to interest account. Being interest received. How much it is? It is for 2000. Okay. So this is what the basic of journal entry. I have told you very basic journal entry, and this I have explained just because of rules. I have explained you which type of rule is coming here, which type of account is affected here. That is, like here the real account is here, real account is here. Furniture also comes in real account. I have explained you what is the rule of real account. Then salary is nominal account, bank is also real account, rent is again nominal account, bank cash is again real account, cash is also a real account, interest is also a nominal account. So this is what I have explained, and I have given you a very basic idea about journal entry, what will be the format of journal entry, how to record journal entry, what all two effects has been there in the journal entry. So I hope you able to understand this key, what all we learn in today's lecture. That first I have coming, if I would revise you, that we have I have given you the brief, or I have given you the detail about the accounts, that is which three types of accounts are here. Personal account, real account, nominal account. In personal account there are further three types: natural person, artificial person, representative person. Natural person means like a you and me. Artificial person, that is Reliance Industries, Tata Industries, or any business or any entity, they legally they have given as a title as a business. And also I have explained you what representative person, that on behalf of Reliance, if I am attending any meeting, then I will be called as a representative person. So first is a personal account, second is a real account. Real account relates to any tangible or intangible asset, and rule of the real account is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. I have explained you that also. Third account is a nominal account. It relates to all expenses, losses, income and gains. And the rule of the nominal account is debit all expenses and losses and credit all income and gains, and I have explained you here from the salary. This all is a golden rules of accounting. Real, personal, nominal. Real rule, again I am telling you, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Personal, again I am telling you, debit the receiver, credit the giver. And nominal is debit all expenses and losses and credit all income and gains. And I'll already tell you what explain. Then again, then after that I have tell you what is the double entry system and how it is made, that every transaction have two effect. And I have already told you that every debit has equal and opposite credit by explaining this mother and your classes example. And this double entry system is founded by Luca Pasolini. He's Italian. And in India also I have tell you that Chandragupta, in Chandragupta's kingdom there is a Kautilya who is accountant of Chandragupta. He also used to do this accounting. Now further moving, I have tell you debit and credit, this T-shape account. This T-shape format is called as account, and this side will be debit side, this side will be credit side. Also explain you this equation, asset is equal to liabilities plus capital, by using this balance sheet, that we have written over here this asset all for 1 lakh. This liability side is capital and liabilities, capital of 50,000 and liabilities for 50,000. And by using this balance sheet I have explained you this two equation, that asset is equal to liabilities plus capital, and another asset minus liabilities is equal to capital. That is, this asset, ultimately asset is equal to liability. Just for solving of equation, this gumma gummi is there. Okay, now next is I have explained you, or we have solved this example, or I would say illustration from ICICS module. We have calculated asset at beginning, asset at end and liabilities at end by using same above equation. Okay, and that after that we have solved this question related to journal entries, where we discuss all about journal entries, that is formatting of journal entries and which types of all accounts are affected here: real account, personal account, nominal account, all what are rules. By again explaining these rules in these journal entries, we have recorded this all journal entries. And also we already discussed that every entry has two effect, that is debit and credit, and we need to record each and every transaction according to double entry system, that every debit has equal and opposite credit. So I hope you able to understand this all concept, and this everything is clear to you. So thank you so much guys. Bye bye.